Hey guys, welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys everything I crocheted in a week. So this week I had to restock for my next market, which is tomorrow, and I did have one custom order that I completed. So my custom order was for a chunky bee. Someone was at the market last weekend and they saw my little bees made out of acrylic yarn, and they really liked it, but they wanted it a bit bigger and with chunky yarn. So I have it here and they will be picking it up tomorrow. It's so cute. I love it so much. Next, I made these 3 mini octopuses. I actually put these in my boyfriend's basket that he takes to my markets because he also crochets some mini octopuses like this, but he's not crocheting full-time like me, so he doesn't really have time to fill his basket for every weekend market. So I do make a few sometimes to try to help him to fill up his basket. So I made these 3 little octopuses, and I used yarn scraps for these. So it's actually great because I'm using up my yarn scraps that I probably wouldn't do anything with anyways. Next are the keychains. So I made 2 mini bee keychains here, and they always sell at the market, so I might actually make more of these tonight because they always sell. I always bring 2 and I always sell them, so might as well make more tonight because they're super easy to make. And I made 1 little watermelon keychain, and I made an ice cream keychain. I might actually make a blue one tonight too because I had a pink one and a blue one last market. I have other colors too, but I remember selling the pink and blue one, so I might make a blue one too tonight to fill that up for tomorrow. So next I made a lovey. I actually still have a lovey left from my previous markets. I usually try to have 3 or 2, but I've had only 1 for a while, so I decided to make another one. It's a little bear. It's actually my own pattern, so I'll link that in the description for you guys if you guys want it. It's so cute. The blanket part is so soft. And then I also made a mini chunky octopus out of leftover yarn from a snake I made, and I will show you guys the snake in a second that I made with this color. And I didn't have much yarn left, but I knew I could make a little guy like this, so I made one with the leftover yarn. Next I have my snakes. I made 3 because I sold out of them last market. So first I made a little one because a lot of kids usually like the big snakes, but then their parents are like, well, we'll go for something a little cheaper because my snakes are $25, the big ones. So I decided to make a smaller one, so if a kid really wants a snake and their parents say just get a cheaper one, there is a cheaper snake alternative. So I made this little snake, super cute. I'll put it right here. And then I made this snake with that yarn that I just showed you, that little octopus that I made with the leftover yarn. I actually love how this one turned out. It's so cool. So I have this chunky snake, and I also have this chunky snake. I usually always have a snake in this color because I have like so many balls of this yarn, so it makes great snakes. The color always turns out so cool, so I made these 3 snakes. Next I made these 2 elephants. I believe I sold 3 at my last market, and I actually sold 1 in this color and 1 in this color, and I had sold a like teal sparkly one. I do have some of that yarn left and I would have enough to make an elephant, but I wanted to focus on some other stuff too. I didn't want to spend my whole week making elephants, so at least I made 2. I would have loved to make more, but I had other things to do also, but I got 2 elephants. So next are leggy frogs. So I made 4 total, and I made like 2 of the regular leggy frogs, and I made 2 of my little chubby leggy frogs. These always sell like really good at markets, and I usually want to have like more, but like I said with the elephants, I just didn't want to spend all my time making a bunch of one thing. I wanted to kind of space it out, make a bit less but of different things, if that makes sense, because like, yeah, I usually sell a lot of leggy frogs at my markets, but I also sell a lot of other things, so I want to have all those options available. I don't want to have just like a bunch of leggy frogs, because if someone wants something different but I have like 20 leggy frogs, I might not have as many options of my other stuff. So I like to make a bit less of everything, but more like different options, if that makes sense, so that there's more options to pick from for the customers. Next is the axolotls. I made 3 total. I made 1 big one. I still had 2 left from my previous market. I need to buy more like chunky yarn, but like in light pink for the body, but I've been having trouble finding it at my local stores, so I still have 1 left of the regular pink axolotls, but I did make one in this color. And I made 2 smaller axolotls. I had sold out of them completely last market. I had 4, but I only made 2. Again, I didn't want to spend my time making a bunch of the same things. If I have time tonight, I might actually make like 1 more pink small axolotl, because I only have 1 big pink axolotl, so maybe if I have 2 smaller ones, that might be good. And I also made a red and rainbow one, which I think is super cute. I love these guys. They are also my own pattern, no-sew, super easy, super quick to make, so fun. Now for the bees, I desperately needed to restock on bees, so I made like a bunch this week. So let's start with like the smaller ones. So I made a little pink one with acrylic yarn. I don't know where to put them. And then I made, I think I have 4 yellow ones. Another one. And then I made this like coral one. So I made like 2 pink ones kind of thing, because I have 2 different shades of blue already, but I didn't have any pink ones left, so I decided to make some pink ones. And then we got our 2 other yellow ones, so I made 6 small bees total. And then I needed to make another big bee in my acrylic yarn, so I made another big bee. And with that custom ordered bee in chunky yarn, I thought it was a good idea to make one to put on my table in case someone was having the same situation. They wanted a bee but in the chunky yarn, but I did make it a bit bigger than the custom ordered one. So it is like slightly bigger than the one I made in acrylic yarn, but super cute. I love them so much. Bees are always like a big hit, so I decided to just make a bunch, and I like desperately needed to stock up on my smaller bees, so I kind of made a lot. Didn't make any blue ones because I still have 2 blue ones, but I did make 2 pink ones and 4 yellow ones, and this guy, and the other bigger one in acrylic yarn. Also, I'm just gonna add this in here. So the smaller bees like this and the bee keychains are, where's the size? Right here. Are my own pattern, and it's like a pattern bundle. You buy the patterns for both of them together, but I do not have the pattern for my big bees. I might make it if there's interest in it, but there was interest in this bee pattern. I know there's like a million bee patterns out there, so you know, but I've had so many people ask what the pattern is for this one. They said it's different than the other ones. I don't know. I've just been freehanding them for so long, and then I just kept having people ask for the pattern, so I wrote it and thought I would include my little bee keychain pattern because it's so cute and easy to make. So that's also going to be linked in the description for you guys. And the last 2 things I made for my market are these 2 octopuses. They are different though. So this one does have safety eyes. They're just kind of hard to see because they're like right on the black stripe here, but it does have safety eyes, and it just sits like this on my table. And the next one doesn't have any eyes or anything because they are made for babies or younger kids, because I don't want like safety eyes popping off and then the kids like choking on them. I've never had any issues with safety eyes popping off, but I have heard stories of that happening to other people, so I just do it the safe way and don't put safety eyes on certain items, especially little octopuses, because they're fun to play with for little babies. And I would just rather be safe and not have a kid choke on safety eyes. So I did make one of these, little rainbow and red, so cute, and then there's the colorful one here. So that is everything I crocheted for my market this week. But I have been making little blankets out of scrap yarn to donate to animal shelters in my local area. I already made one, and I made it with like a knitting machine, like the round knitting machine. It didn't turn out the best, but that doesn't really matter because it's going to shelter animals. Like, they don't care if it looks the best as long as it's nice and cozy. But I did make one just crocheting, and I used a bunch of scrap yarn, and I think it turned out pretty cute, pretty good. So I have 2 made already. I'm planning on making a few more, and I'll be bringing them there, and if they allow me to, I'll take some pictures of the animals with them, or if they send me pictures, something, hopefully, because I love the animals over there. One of my cats is actually from that shelter, so I love them. And I might actually donate some catnip toys that I have crocheted because I have so many of them, so many packs of them, and they sell a little bit at my markets, but not that much. Like, I have a whole bin full, so I might donate a few packs there too for the cats over there. So I'm hoping the animals will love these. So that is everything I crocheted this week. I might even crochet a few more little things tonight, hopefully maybe some keychains or one small axolotl or something. I'll try to fit some things in there. But that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!